Hello and welcome to Naked Narcissism. And today's video, we're going to dive a little deep into the world of narcissism. Specifically, I'm going to talk about 4 traits that narcissists display so that you can spot them from a mile away. So I invite you to sit back and relax as we talk about these 4 characteristics, and I'll give you examples along the way. So let's get right into it. So what exactly is a narcissist? A narcissist is, simply put, it's a personality disorder that's characterized by a sense of self-importance, a need for admiration, and a lack of empathy. So those are sort of kind of how I look at narcissism. So that lack of empathy, they feel like they're much more bigger than life, and the sense of like, no one's as good as me. That's kind of how I define what a narcissist is. But let's get specifically into 4 traits. So the first one is grandiosity. So narcissists believe that they are bigger than life, and they have this grandiose sense of a self-importance, but really nothing to back it up. So these are the people that are at your work that are constantly talking about how wonderful they are at work, and they're on their way up the career ladder, and they have all this promotion potential, and the next best thing is sliced bread. But you're the coworker that's kind of listening to this, going, "I'm not sure I agree," But you can see how, like, if you see someone doing all of that and they don't really have anything to back it up, you might be looking at a narcissist there, because they have this sense that they are just larger than life and no one can touch them. The next one is lack of empathy. So that's a second trait of narcissism that I want to talk about today, is a lack of empathy. And they struggle truly to see another person's perspective. My ex-narcissist actually told me that there is no such thing as individual perspective. There are only facts. And you can best believe he believed he was the keeper of the facts. The only thing that mattered is the way he saw things. So that can come into relationships as a hurricane. If you don't feel that that person can even acknowledge the fact that there is another perspective by the individual in the room with them. Like, they just can't see it. A narcissist spouse, if you come home and you've had a really hard day at work and you're talking about something particularly concerning at work that really made you sad, the narcissist might say things like, "Oh, you're just too sensitive. You're like that at home." Or, "Well, I'm sure you did something to hurt her or hurt him. I'm sure that there's something you're just not aware of." Like, can you imagine what that's like? I'm sure you can if you're watching this video, that you've come home and all you want is a little empathy and concern, and that narcissist can't even acknowledge the fact that you're sad. Like, a normal person might say, "I'm really sorry you've had such a rough day. You want to talk about it? Let me get you a glass of wine." Like, they just want to be there for you and love you. Narcissists can't do that. They are all about making sure that you feel bad so that makes them feel better. So lack of empathy is another character trait of narcissism that, just really destroys relationships. The third characteristic of narcissism I want to talk about today is manipulation. They are what we call master manipulators. They manipulate their children, their bosses, their coworkers, their family, their siblings, their mother, their father. It doesn't matter. They see everybody the same way. Everyone is a means to an end. And so a master manipulator will try to get you to do something that you don't want to do, either by guilting you, shaming you, gaslighting you, making you doubt your own reality. So let's use this example. So if your spouse is a manipulator, they might, let's say that spouse, let's use a her this time, she is committed to helping you paint the children's bedrooms this weekend. And you decided that, you've got all the paint, you've done all the work, and you're counting on her to help you. Well, she has figured out, like, when she made that commitment to you, she probably didn't even mean it. She just said it just to make you happy at the time or whatever. But she may decide, "You know what? I don't feel like painting this weekend. I want to go out with my girlfriends." And so she will then start her campaign to getting out of that. And she might say things like, hey, are you going to be able to watch the kids this weekend while I go, out with my friends? And then the spouse will go, wait a minute, we committed to painting. No, I didn't. What are you talking about? And that's the gaslight, right? Like, no, I didn't commit to that. And then you can see how these partners would like engage in a conversation, and the entire conversation will be a big manipulation game for the narcissist to get out of doing what they don't want to do. And that will leave the spouse feeling, like the rug is just pulled out from under them. They'll probably think, man, that seems so weird. We committed to this. I know she committed to this. And it's just this ongoing manipulation to get out of the things that they don't want to do or to do the things they want to do. It's a big game for them. And so if you find you're on the other end of that manipulation constantly, you're likely dealing with a narcissist. And hey, if you're getting value out of this video, I would love you to give it a thumbs up below and hit that subscribe button if you like content like this. And if you have a narcissist in your life that you're married to or you're in a relationship with and you would like to leave that narcissist, I have figured out all the steps for you in a downloadable course just for you. It's called How to Leave a Narcissist, and it's a beautiful self-paced course with beautiful graphics and a beautiful workbook. I give checklists, and when you're moving to another home, I give you all kinds of checklists to make sure that you're doing the inventory of the stuff you want to take with you, the stuff you want to need, that you're going to need to set up the home. We talk about finances and education and all kinds of different things in there. So I put it all in one place, and you can download that course below. I've also put together a playbook because narcissists all play by the same playbook. And so we needed a playbook just for us. So you can download that as well from the description box below. So let's get into that last characteristic of narcissism, and that is a sense of entitlement. Narcissists believe they are entitled to the best of the best, even if they haven't earned it. They believe they're entitled to the promotion. They believe they're entitled to the best, pillow in the house, the best car to drive, the best of everything. And I'm going to give you an example. I have a friend who has had a friend that was a narcissist. And it was interesting. Anytime they would go out to eat, this narcissistic friend would engage my friend in this discussion about, oh, where should we go? As if it was like a mutual discussion on where we're going to go. But it didn't matter. The discussion never ended with anything other than going where the narcissist wanted to go. And what the narcissist wants, they want it when they want it, and they won't hear of anything else. So, it takes a while to sort of see that pattern. But then when they would get to the restaurant, it was as if the narcissist was on stage at a performance. She would get there, and it was like all the way to the restaurant. Actually, she would talk about how she knows the owner, and they always, make special dishes for her and special desserts. And like, it was this ongoing sense of like, she was entitled to the best of the best, and everybody treated her differently because she was special. And so when they would get to these restaurants, it was like she got out on stage and would like schmooze and like work the room. But my friend always got this sense that everyone else that was there in this performance didn't know they were part of the performance. It was like there were these weird looks, these weird, like confused looks and confusion. And so then she would come back and sit down after she just got off the stage. It was like this sense of like, she just worked the room. She just put on an Academy Award performance. And it took a while for my friend to sort of get wind that that's what was going on. And after talking with me, I kind of helped her to see some of her other behaviors that really lined up to being a narcissist. And so that sense of entitlement comes through loud and clear. They believe they deserve the best of the best, and no one else is entitled to the same special treatment as they are. So that wraps up our video for today. Those are 4 character traits of narcissism. And if you find that you need support in that area of like how to leave a narcissist or how to deal with the narcissist in your life, I also do one-on-one coaching, which you can access that through my website, www.nakednarcissism.com. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.